And I think that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
Not get made in the Patriarca family. When they see you climb ladders, when they see you have power, when they see how people that threatens them.
Yeah.
That really threatens them.
So what do you think about, like a lot of the informants now are getting out of prison. They know there's, you can make money on YouTube. Do you think that some of these people, not naming any names, but, have really changed? Or do you think it's like a grift?
Well, the ones that I'm close to, I believe, did, a lot of them. But you have to remember something. We always got that way inside of us. I'm a devout Christian. I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
I have Bobby Luisi Ministries. I teach every Sunday.
Yeah, I saw that.
But things still come up. I'm not perfect. I believe a lot of them, to be honest with you, how do I say disrespectfully, are full of shit.
Right.
Well,
but as a pastor now, I mean, what do you think of informants that, have gotten out and then they throw God into it? I believe you have a ministry, there's certain people that I've seen that have, gone religious, and I believe them. And there are others that they throw that in there. What do you think about that?
What's that word I just said? Full of shit. But I'm going to tell you this, huh? Because I really don't look at that as a swear. But I know Mike Francis personally.
Yeah, Mike's a guy.
And Mike's a great guy. Actually read his book in prison and watched some of his shows.
Oh, I
got
like
a lot of respect for Mike. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Besides
no,
him,
I didn't mean him. I mean
no, but I'm trying to say that besides him, I really don't.
Yeah, there are others on here that throw God in. They sing, they're singing, church songs and stuff like that. And their platform is, helping kids, helping people not to go down that path. The Lord this, the Lord that, and then in the next breath, they're threatening to kill people and all kinds of other stuff. And I just, so it makes it hard for someone that is really trying to change and really believing in the Lord and all of that to even be taken seriously.
I look at it this way, if you want to understand. I am who I am. I know my heart. People don't realize in 2013, I had a YouTube show under Alonzo Esposito.
Yes.
And it's still up there. And it was a teaching show.
Right.
It was a ministry show.
Right.
I wanted to come back and build a platform and start teaching again. And that's what I'm doing. Because this platform with the Bobby Luisi show is bringing people over to the ministry show.
Right.
I was a mob boss. There's no doubt about that. Everybody knows that. I don't mind talking about it. I feel today we're like the Cowboys of old. I grew up with Cowboy shows every week. Cowboy movies, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. Now that's what the Mafia is now. We're the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They want to see us. They want to see the movies.
Yeah.
And I feel that's all that is. I mean, I really think everything that I say that comes out of my mouth is kind of a testimony, even on the Bobby Luisi show and on this show.
All right.
I have my beliefs. I'm always going to be criticized. I don't care what people think. I just go forward with Christ. But I know there are a lot of people on here that are full of nonsense.
Yeah.
One day they're talking about saving kids, the next day they're trying to sell bats.
Yeah, thank you. And I have like a burning question.
God knows what I'm talking about.
Did you know Whitey Bulger?
I never met Whitey.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
no, I never met him. When I came back from the video in 1990, I heard stories about him years ago.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with him. He wasn't Italian, and he had no power in our thing at all.
Interesting.
Okay, because you're in Boston, right?
In Boston. He was actually under Jackie Salami at the end. And Frankie Salami.
Yeah.
Don't believe all the hype with him. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not taking nothing away from him. Very serious guy. Murderer. Tell you in a minute.
Yeah.
He was a gangster, Whitey.
Yeah.
And a good racketeer. He made millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Not taking that away from him. But he wasn't Italian with us like that.
Right. Yeah.
He had
he's
no power
hard.
amongst us.
Yeah.
Well, I got something for you, Bobby. But nothing is impossible for God. Luke 1:37. So I
That's right.
had to throw that in.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta, and Josie, I actually really do appreciate you discussing the religious angle, because there are some podcasters out there that are from kind of the mobosphere, if you will,
Mhm.
and I actually agree with both of you on that sentiment. Bobby, what was your first visceral reaction, your first innate reaction when you got that phone call? And take a second to think about it. But when you got the phone call about the 99 incident, your visceral reaction, hold on, visceral reaction, was it revenge or relief? Honestly.
Well, all right, I'll be honest with you with that. When I first got the phone call, my heart kind of dropped.
Okay.
Because I knew my brother and cousins were in there. And, it was something. But I think in about 15 minutes, I got over it. There was some type of relief. I'm not going to lie to you. No, I'm being truthful. If you want me to be truthful.
I'm sure.
I was responding to her reaction. I don't mean to make light.
Oh, okay.
I know. Well, it's shocking to me. I would have been
shit.
demented.
I was in a different state of mind at that time.
Yeah.
I was already lost friends. There was a war going on. You don't know what's going to happen the next day.
Right.
You got to mentally prepare yourself for that. Was I cold at that time? I was. I'm not going to lie about that. That was my dad, and I still love him. Got pictures of him all over the house, and my brother Roman. My cousin Anthony Sorrow, that was a shame. What a nice kid he was. Everybody loved Anthony Sorrow. And Sonny Pelosi was an uncle to us.
Roman was your full brother, or that matters, but full brother or half brother?
Half brother.
Okay. Were you close?
Yeah. Well, yeah, when he came home, yeah.
So, okay. So I'm going to give you, and again, you don't have to answer specifically, but I'm going to give you kind of the why some people think you did it and why some people didn't think you did it. Okay. I'm going to give you why. Hold on, real quick. Why the people think you did it. At least me, Tom Lavecchia. Now, I love you, Bobby. You're my friend, but I'm going to give you just plain devil's advocate. If I smacked your second cousin's third niece back then, I'd be hanging in a tree, right?
Oh, yeah.
I spent time with you, and I love you, but I'm scared of you. There's an element that you will twist my head, like 360, like if I do something incorrectly. But I love you anyway, right? So, but if I smack a fourth removed cousin in the North End in the wrong bar, you're hanging me from the tree. So
there's going to be 20 Luisis on your back.
Well, that's the point. So if you wipe out my family, all of a sudden, I'm just going to write it off. So that's one of the kind of the proponents for, hey, you know what, Bobby might have had a hand in it. One of the reasons why I think you didn't do it, was because I don't think you're that brazen and that stupid. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're super hiding in plain sight. So, I don't admit anything because we don't need to, although to help the numbers. Don't admit anything, but give us kind of like what your reaction is to both of those schools of thought.
Well, like I said, a lot of guys, when I put out that there's going to be no retaliation, a few wise guys called one of my guys. And they said, what's Bobby doing? They just killed his family. What's this no retaliation?
Yeah.
My friend explained to them the situation between me and my father.
Yeah.
And where we were at that time. I think it was assumed that I was involved in it.
Oh, okay.
And I think it came out of there. And, me coming out and saying there's no repercussion. Everybody knew Little Vinny was with me. Not the Clementes. Little Vinny was with me. So I think they just assumed that I gave an order to kill them.
Got it.
Now,
yeah.
If I did Tom, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That thing that happened in the 99 was a